What's happening, everybody? I'm Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman. Tonight, according to the Washington Post, the clouds part and crowds scream as the total solar eclipse delights the United States. Let me adjust my lighting here, and we'll get back into the heart of this story in a moment. Yes, a one-man operation for right now, so I gotta work with what I've got. All right, let's get down to the heart of this story. According to the Washington Post, with the total solar eclipse that lasts across the United States for 2 decades live up to the hype. In a city where history suggested clear skies were likely, forecasts of stubborn clouds threatened for days, hours, and even minutes ahead of the stunning Sinji. Perhaps it was the cooling effect of the moon's shadow or just luck, but as totality approached comeliness, clouds parted, conditions became immaculate. On a scale of 1 to 10, 30, said Mike Alexander, 59, who traveled to Dallas from Fresno, California. It was perhaps the country's most viewed celestial event ever, spreading the darkness of the moon's shadow across the homes of some 32 million people, including in major cities from Dallas to Cleveland and smaller communities such as Russellville, Arkansas, and Littleton, Maine. Millions more flocked into the 115-mile wide path of totality, while the moon blocked at least half of the sun's face across most of the rest of the United States. There were scientific experiments, tourist events, and religious ceremonies as Americans took in the wake awe-inspiring view of the last coast-to-coast total solar eclipse until 2045. Total solar eclipses happen somewhere on Earth once about every 18 months, but a chance to see one in your hometown is rare. Vita Garza Flores was among the first to see the eclipse as the moon's shadow crossed from Mexico into U.S. soil in Eagle Pass, Texas. The 76-year-old traveled from Northern California to see the eclipse in the city where she was born. As the moon incided directly between Earth and the sun, the skies dimmed until only a flicker of light appeared where the sun had been, an effect known as the diamond ring. Since it resembles a brilliant gem on a golden ring of light, the crowd screamed as Garza Flores grabbed her eclipse glasses. Positioning them across her sunglasses. Wow, she said as she looked up. So I think I have a picture here of the eclipse, so let me show it to you. I'll let that stay up there for a moment. Then I'll get back to the heart of this story. The awe was not limited to lay watchers. Scientists used the phenomenon to look more closely at space as the sun's outermost layers, with the blinding light of its rays out of the way. In Uvalde, Texas, students from the local high school and Southwest Texas Junior College were among the citizen scientists using the eclipse to learn more about the sun and its effects on Earth. They captured video of the celestial phenomenon via telescope for a research effort that aims to reveal the density of the sun's middle corona and help scientists to measure the strength of the solar wind charged particles that can disrupt electricity grids and produce auroras when they reach Earth. In Middle America, the eclipse was a phenomenon as totality descended in Dayton, Ohio. A loud cheer went up from the crowd outside the home where the Wright brothers once convened of human flight. I am dumbfounded, said one young boy. This, said another woman who had been fretting about the traffic, was totally worth it. Russellville was one of many humble towns transformed into eclipse destinations, as one of a handful of locations along the path of totality where NASA gathered scientists and broadcast the eclipse progress live online. Local tourism officials gave out detailed tour maps and sold t-shirts that read, "I got mooned at the eclipse." Carbondale, Illinois hit the eclipse jackpot, falling among the path of totality for a solar eclipse that crossed the United States on August 17, 2017. Then again for Monday's eclipse, It gave the town the nickname, quote, the Eclipse Crossroads of America, close quote. A packed stadium, a packed stadium rather, at the southern edge of town erupted in screams as the eclipse began with the diamond ring apparition. Unlike 6.5 years earlier, clouds did not disrupt the flow. It's so much darker than 2017. One commentator on NASA's live broadcast said, this is so much better than 2017. Well, I'm going to leave it right there. I'll say this before I leave. A total solar eclipse will next dim the United States communities in 2044, but only in parts of Montana and the Dakotas. The country will have to wait one more year for the next coast to coast phenomenon. A total eclipse that will stretch from California to Florida on August 12, 2045. It will be a Saturday. I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender, never quit.